some of the books I've got recently. Some of them I have brought and some of them I haven't brought, and I just sort of got, but I'll tell you where I got them from, ish. But yeah, anyway, I just thought I'd do a book video because I love books, I love reading so much. I am a romance fantasy girl, which is surprising because I do a lot of true crime and I like horror as well, don't get me wrong. I like a lot of gory books, but I don't find a lot of books scary. Like, for me to really call it a horror or thriller book, it has to scare me shitless, because otherwise I'm like, do you know what I mean? And there's only been one or two books I've ever read horror-wise that have actually scared me. But if any of you guys have got any recommendations regarding horror and thriller books, let me know in the comments, because I would definitely check them out, because I really need books that, like I say, scare me a bit more. Like, there's more like real life, like, that could happen. I find that sort of stuff more scary. But my favourite genre is obviously fantasy romance, so anyway, let's get into the book haul, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so the first book is, I think it's classed as a romance book. It's not fantasy, it's just romance. So we have Happy Place. Happy Place by Emily Henry. Happy Place, Emily Henry. This is the first book. So, yeah, I'm just gonna read like the blurb and stuff. I've seen a lot of good reviews on Emily Henry books. I've never read one of her books yet, but I do plan to read them at some point. So, two exes, one pact. Could this holiday change everything? So, Harriet and Wynne are the perfect couple. They go together like bread and butter, gin and tonic. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Each year they take a holiday from their lives to drink far too much wine with their favourite people in the world. Except this year they are lying through their teeth because Harriet and Wynne broke up 6 months ago and they still haven't told anyone. But the cottage is for sale, so this is the last time they'll all be here together. They can't bear to break their best friends' hearts, so they'll fake it for 1 more week. But how can you pretend to be in love and get away with it in front of the people who know you best? I've never read a trope like this before, so this sounds like really interesting. I'm like super excited. But yeah, like so many people like recommend the Emily Henry as a writer. So yeah, it's just under 400 pages, so it's quite like a average book size, 300-400 pages. So super excited to read this one. Next I have Normal People by Sally Rooney. So it's kind of like I was a shy girl at school, so it's kind of like every girl's fantasy in a way. Of like, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't think like someone who's popular while I would be with like someone who's like really awkward, like socially awkward. But yes, this sounds like a good story. Next, I have Date with Destiny by Lucy Fine. Ginny is about to turn 32. It's a year she's been thinking about for a long time, because 16 years ago she crossed paths with a psychic who made some key predictions about the 32nd year. Okay, alright, this sounds good. 3 bad things: a heartbreak, a loss of independence, a death. 3 good things: a life-changing trip, reconnecting with someone, and meeting a soulmate. It's all nonsense, obviously, especially since Ginny is getting married in a month. But when some of those pesky these books I'm going to be talking about I got from Waterstones, which we have in the UK. I don't know if there's Waterstones anywhere else, but yeah, we have Waterstones in the UK. Okay, so I got The Assassins, played by Sarah J. Maas, which is pretty much my favourite author. She's literally, she's such a good writer. She's literally probably my favourite author, so I would definitely say that. So I want to start the Throne of Glass series. So I think this is either the second one. I think it's the second one or the first one. I'm not quite sure, but I got the first two in the series. I think there's like 6 or 8 books in this series. I've finished her Thorns and Roses series, I finished the Actor series, and I'm currently reading the last or the third book in the Crescent City series. So I was like, I need to get some of the Throne of Glass series now. So, well, novellas, whatever you want to call them. So, yeah. The Twist of a Knife, The Birth of a Legend. Selena Sardothin is her kingdom's most feared assassin. Though she works with the powerful Assassins Guild and its scheming master, Arabin Hamel, she yields to no one, and trusts only her fellow killer for hire, Sam. But when Arabin dispatches her on missions that take her from remote islands to hostile deserts, Selena finds herself acting independently of his wishes and questioning her own alliance. If she hopes to escape Arabin's clutches, Selena will have to put her faith in her wits and her blade, knowing that if she fails, she will lose not just a chance of freedom but her life. A prequel to the New York Times best-selling Throne of Glass, this collection of 5 novellas explores the history of this cunning assassin and her enthralling and deadly world. And then I got the Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This is the first one, I think. Enter the realm, unleash the darkness, live the legend. In a land without magic, an assassin is summoned to the castle. Selena Sardothin has no love for the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass, but she has not come to kill him. She has come to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 murderous thieves and warriors in a deadly competition, she will be released from prison to serve as the king's champion. But something rotten dwells in the castle, and it's her to kill. When her competitors start dying mysteriously one by one, Selena's fight for freedom becomes a fight for survival, launching her on a desperate quest to root out the evil before it destroys her world and the people she's come to love. I picked up the Housemaid. I think I actually got this from Tesco, not Waterstones. Oh, but yeah, it's very talked about. So this is the Housemaid by Freida McFadden. From behind closed doors, she sees everything. Every day I clean the Winchesters' beautiful house. I collect their daughter from school, and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina Winchester makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband seems more broken every day. But it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I only try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, but herself in the exchange again. Wares are ruthless and unpredictable, and their alpha low moorland is no exception. He rules his pack with absolute authority, but not without justice, and unlike the Vampire Council, not without fear.